Hello everyone and welcome back to Turner's Tutoring. We're doing another comprehension reading accompanied by questions. Today we're doing a 3rd to 5th grade lesson that is taken from the 4th grade material from ReadWorks. Let's go ahead and maximize the screen. With this reading passage is called The Inventors of YouTube, and our first reading strategy is to bring the text up to a size that we can read. Next, we're going to go read the questions, and we're doing 2 read-throughs of the questions, but we do one at the beginning and one after we read the passage. Let's go ahead and get started. Number 1, what is YouTube? Number 2, the text draws a comparison between the ages and first jobs of Chin, Hurley, and Karim. What is one part of their lives that the text draws a contrast in? Number 3, read the following sentences from the text. We'll read this after. What conclusion can you draw from this evidence? Number 4, how do Chin, Hurley, and Karim support other people who are like them? And number 5, what is the main idea of this text? Let's go ahead and get to the passage. Remember, we're going to read this twice way through, so just to be prepared. Once again, the inventors of YouTube. If you've ever watched a video on the internet before, chances are you've used YouTube. YouTube is a website with all sorts of videos created by millions of different people. Anyone can upload a video to YouTube. People create and share video content about many topics, including animals, music, celebrities, and more. But who created YouTube? YouTube was founded by 3 people: Steve Chin, Chad Hurley, and Jawed Karim. They are all around the same age, but their childhood years were spent in different countries. Steve Chin was born in Taiwan in 1978. He immigrated to the United States when he was 8. After studying computer science at the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, Chin was hired at a finance technology company called PayPal. The year before Chin was born in Taiwan, Chad Hurley was born on the other side of the world. Hurley was born in the United States in 1977. He grew up in the state of Pennsylvania and went to college in his home state, where he studied fine art. His first job out of college was at PayPal. While Chin was in Taiwan and Hurley was in the US, Jawed Karim was born in Germany in 1979. As a young teenager, he immigrated to Minnesota in the United States. Like Chin, Karim studied computer science at the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. Soon afterward, he went to work in PayPal. Steve Chin, Chad Hurley, and Jawed Karim met while working in PayPal. They had a dream of starting their own company, and they did. When they first began developing YouTube, the 3 men worked in someone's garage. They started from very humble beginnings. Chin, Hurley, and Karim uploaded the first YouTube video on April 23rd, 2005. Once YouTube hit the internet, it grew rapidly. By the middle of 2006, YouTube had over 100 million video views per day. Now, it is one of the most popular websites on the internet. Chin, Hurley, and Karim no longer work in YouTube today, but each of them invests in different companies and industries. Chen invests in other technology companies. Hurley has invested in some U.S. sports teams like the Golden State Warriors and the Los Angeles Football Club. Karim founded Y Ventures with 2 other people. Y Ventures invests in many growing companies that have new great ideas. Although Chen, Hurley, and Karim are no longer in YouTube, they are still often best known as the inventors of YouTube. Can you imagine what the internet might be like today without the invention of YouTube? Kind of like how we're watching this on YouTube now. What I would like you guys to do is rewind the video back to where we started at the beginning of reading this and reread it again, because one of our reading strategies is to read things twice way through. Let's go ahead and go back to the questions. We're going to read the questions again, and now we're going to answer them. Question number 1, what is YouTube? And we're going to read each answer choice, and even though you might know the answer before you finish reading all of them, I ask that you read all of them first. A website that sells homemade products. B, a website with videos created by different people, possibly. I'd put a possible next to that one. C, a website where you can order groceries. That doesn't sound right. Or D, a website where you can play video games. Now, we know that if we split screen this and we go back to the text, it's going to tell us exactly where YouTube is. And we're going to check it. Even though we probably know what the answer is, let's go ahead and check it. YouTube is a website with all sorts of videos created by millions of people. What is YouTube? A website with videos created by different people. We found our answer choice because we find text evidence that supports our answer. And we are absolutely correct. Number 2. The text draws a comparison between the ages and first jobs of Chen, Hurley, and Karim. What is one part of their lives that the text draws a contrast in? We know that comparison, to compare is to show how things are the same. To contrast, however, this word, contrast, means to show how they are different. So, their lives, how they are different. A, the countries where they were born and spent their childhood years. B, the companies their parents worked at when they were growing up. C, the types of trips they liked to take after their success with YouTube. Or D, the musical instruments they learned to play in elementary school. Now, only one of these answer choices were mentioned in the text, and it was over the course of the different paragraphs, where it was talking about where each person got their start. Our answer choice is A, the countries where they were born and spent their childhood years. Even though they all went to go work at PayPal, and they all founded YouTube together, the difference is how they were, where they were born and spent their childhood. Secondly, it doesn't show where the companies that their parents worked. It doesn't show the types of trips that they liked after their success with YouTube, and it doesn't talk about the musical instruments. So that's 2 strategies that we could have used to break this down. We're going to go ahead and move on to 3. Read the following sentences from the text. When they first began developing YouTube, the 3 men worked in someone's garage. They started from very humble beginnings. Chen, Hurley, and Karim uploaded the first YouTube video on April 23rd, 2005. Once YouTube hit the internet, it grew rapidly. By the middle of 2006, YouTube had over 100 million video views per day. Now, it is one of the most popular websites on the internet. What conclusion can you draw from this evidence? So just looking at this that we just read? A. Chin, Hurley, and Karim borrowed money to start YouTube. B. YouTube started off as a video game website but changed. C. Chin, Hurley, and Karim did not work together as a team. Or D. YouTube started off small but did not stay that way for long. So we're going to break down these answer choices as a strategy, and then we're going to compare it back to the paragraph that we just read. Did it tell us anything, especially in this paragraph, that they borrowed money? I don't think so. Does it tell us that they started off as a video game website? No, I don't think so. Did not work together as a team. Well, it's actually the opposite. They did work together. So humble beginnings is one key part that shows small but grew rapidly. Says that it did not stay that way for long. So our answer choice should be D. Good job, everybody, so far. We're halfway through, going on to question number 4. How do Chin, Hurley, and Karim support other people who are like them? And this one's kind of a difficult one. Let's go ahead and read the answers. A. They continue to invest their own money into YouTube so they can support everyone working there. B. They invest in different companies and industries like technology, sports, and companies with new ideas. They donate to young college students studying technology in Taiwan, the United States, and Germany. Or D. They volunteer to help YouTube so it can grow even though they do not work there anymore. So let's actually get this to a 50-50 chance. We can automatically take out A because it doesn't talk about them investing money in YouTube specifically. And D, it doesn't talk about them volunteering at YouTube still either. So how do they support people who are like them? We go down to here. No longer work in YouTube today, but each of them invests in different companies and industries. Technology companies, sports teams, and companies that have new great ideas. Let's go ahead and see if we're right on that. And we are, and our evidence was here, starting here, and if we looked at the whole paragraph, it answered each of these things that was in answer B. Very good job, guys. 5. What is the main idea of this text? A. Steve Chin, Chad Hurley, and Jawad Karim are immigrants that moved to the United States as teenagers and changed the way people shop forever. B. The creators of YouTube, Steve Chin, Chad Hurley, and Jawad Karim, met each other for the first time while working at a company called PayPal. That's a possible one. C. Companies and industries in technology and sports are very thankful for the support that Steve Chin, Chad Hurley, and Jawad Karim give today. Or D. YouTube, one of the most popular websites on the internet and a place where people can share videos, was created by Stephen Chen, Chad Hurley, and Jawad Karim. So it's either, we can actually take out A and C, and we've got it back to a 50-50 chance between B and D. Let's see what the answer is. D. So, too specific in talking about PayPal because it doesn't go into everything else. Whereas YouTube, one of the most popular websites, this story is all about YouTube and its creators. And then we go into details about them working at PayPal. So the answer choice is D. Good job, everybody. Thank you yet again for joining me for another comprehension passage with questions. This has been Turner's Tutoring. And if you liked this video, please like and subscribe, and definitely help us by sharing this with other friends that might find this interesting or need the help as well. Again, I wish you guys a wonderful rest of your day. Have a great one.